Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we're gonna be mixing it up a little bit and doing some arts and crafts. So I'm just gonna give you a few Christmas ideas for easy painting tips that you can use to make Christmas easy and cheap because your girl's broke. So today I'm gonna be using a piece of cardstock, some watercolors, a cup, and just some regular painting brushes. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to take the cardstock piece of paper and place that cup just right in the middle of it. It'll give you a nice good circle to make a beautiful watercolor rainbow type of painting, and then you can put whatever words you want in the middle. So you're just going to take that cup, keep it on top of the paper, and begin painting. A good thing to always make sure to do is make sure your colors are always mixed in, but when you're mixing you want to make sure you rinse off between colors. Don't want to get the colors mixed. As you can see, I've already done that on when I first started doing that a little bit, but that's okay. So we're just going over it now. I just finished the going around. So we're going to put the cup back on and go over it in all the colors because it's dry now. You want to make sure to get right around the circle. Get a nice clean cut circle so it looks good. Make sure it's nice and darker. Tends to look better and pop more like that. And it's okay if it runs into the other colors a bit. It'll look better once it's dry again. So some of the colors you may want to go over a little bit less because they may blend too much or don't look good as dark, but just do what you think looks best. So got this nice crisp orange that I'm making darker, little like that, and then make the red darker. The red pops very well, but it's nice to still go over it. Make sure you get right around that circle. And then after you're done and it's dry, you may want to go over it in you may want to go over it a third time if you want, if it's not dark enough or if your colors are very light. If not, I recommend after it dries, you put a book on it if you're just using a piece of paper or a cardstock, because it does tend to curl because of the paint. And then it looks nice and flat, and it's really good to frame it. I've done it on one of these and it turns out really well, but they're just great gifts. So we're just going to finish darkening that up. With the purples and blues and greens. Now we're just going on to the light green. Make that a little darker. Make sure it blends well. Now we're finishing it up with a nice crisp dark green. Make sure you don't want to blend it too much so the dark green's too light and it just looks pretty similar to the light green. So I may go over it after to make it a bit darker, but that's okay. You can just do what you want. It's kind of a free-for-all. And here we have it. We have a nice, pretty crisp circle in the middle and some pretty dark colors, and looks really good. So we're gonna wait and let that dry, and then I'll show you what happens after that. So as you can see, I have placed my cup in the middle, right in the middle, and then you're just gonna begin with your lightest color. So I'm starting off with a nice yellow, and you just section it off. You can kind of do it how you want. It depends on the amount of colors that you have. So I have 10 colors that I would like to use. So I'm kind of just making little sections. Make sure to keep that cup pressed down real hard though, because you don't want the color to leak underneath the circle, because that can also leak and make your circle look less good. Make sure to get lots of color. You can always go over to make it darker after it's dried the first time. So that's I'm just doing some light layers, and then I'll go back over it after I finish the rest. Just make sure to cover it all the way. And then we're gonna move on to a peachy color. Just keep moving that around so it looks good. Make sure to not have the colors blend too much, because then it'll just look like it's bleeding. But it's okay to blend it a bit. So now we're going on to pink. Nice dark pink, but it'll lighten up. Now we're going on to a nice dark orange. Look very nice next to the pink. So I kind of like to just do like rainbow, do the colors kind of in the order they are on the palette, because that's how they look good in my opinion. But you can really do whatever you want. You can make a little pattern, do like a few colors, and mix it up however you want. Now I'm going on to red that should look very nice next to the orange. Nice deep red, but like I said before, these always lighten up as they dry. So you'll want to go over it later in a darker shade. We'll just go over it again so it's darker, unless you like the light colors. Kind of just quickly going over it, and it'll fill in, and in spots you miss, you can always just go over it with water and it'll mix in to look pretty good. And now we're going on to a nice purple color. Purple's my mom's favorite color. Pretty simple and easy, just sectioning it off as I go. So I have a few more colors left. I'm going to start making my quadrants bigger. I just finished the going around, so we're going to put the cup back on and go over it in all the colors because it's dry now. You want to make sure to get right around the circle. Get a nice clean cut circle. So now that it's dry, we put some black paint in there, and then we're going to take a nice little paintbrush like this and dip it in the black paint. So I just did the finishing touches and wrote Live, Love, Laugh, and then put a little heart next to it. These make for great Christmas presents, birthday presents. For this one, I'm just going to frame it and give it to someone for Christmas. But you can really put whatever you want in the middle. You can put a quote, a saying, I don't know, anniversary date, whatever you really want. Gives you a lot of freedom there. You can also put it on a canvas. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope this was super helpful. I hope you enjoyed painting this with me. Please like and subscribe below. Thanks.